Do you ever feel on a Friday overwhelmed, stressed out, and you're feeling like I did not get a lot accomplished this week? Ever have those Fridays? Ever have those Mondays? You know what I'm talking about? These big intentions and all these lists that we need to do and all these things that we want to do. We need to reach out to this prospect, or I need to get this done at home, and I need to do that, and I need to do this. And then they don't get completed. And so we are in a massive rush just to get it done. And sometimes when we rush to get things done, what's the outcomes like? Yep, nothing like we expected, right? So one of the things that I have been talking about with a lot of my coaching clients is something that I call CEO Fridays. Sometimes it might need to be a CEO Monday, depending on what your schedule typically looks like. I was just working with a client, Erica, this morning, and she was mentioning how she took this concept that her and I have been talking about and actually taught it to her team. This concept of CEO Fridays does not need to be just for salespeople. Actually, it started with working with a client in the financial advising industry, and he runs a team, and working with him on making sure he has time to feel like he's got things accomplished as well at the end of the week. So CEO Fridays looks something like this. And there's some major things that we need to put in our planning time each and every week to feel like we've got things accomplished. How does it feel on a Sunday or even a Saturday on the weekend where you know that you should be spending quality time with your family or your friends or doing the activities that you love, but instead you're doing things for work because you didn't get it done the week before, or you're planning and prepping for the next week? But why do that if you can do it on a Friday and be prepared already for the next week? So that's CEO Fridays. And there's three major things that I tell all my clients that they have to go into your CEO Friday. And then there's some ancillary, smaller things that you can also put in there based on who you are in your business. So the first thing that you need to do on CEO Fridays is create your ideal schedule for the next week. In coaching, we literally have people plan out their week from the time they wake up until they time to go bed every single day for the week. Do we actually get to follow it 100% like we planned it? No, because things come up. But if you don't have an ideal schedule planned, there's no way you're ever going to have one. So we need to make sure we're planning out our week in advance, knowing who we need to call, who we're going to see, where you're traveling to, things that need to get accomplished. Otherwise, you're going to stay stressed, overwhelmed, and not get everything accomplished that you want to. The second thing that you need to do in a CEO Friday is prepare for your upcoming meetings. Do you need to put together a referral list for clients? Do you need to prepare casework for each of your clients? What do you need to prepare for each meeting? And make sure you have those things ready to go, locked and loaded. That's going to save you a massive amounts of time. I've had one client tell me before, just because they planned for their meeting ahead of time, it literally was saving them on average 6 to 8 hours a week. What could you do with an extra 6 or 8 hours a week back in your schedule? So the second thing is make sure you're preparing for your appointments ahead of time and you have everything locked and loaded. And then the third thing that you have to do and you must do, look through your entire week. What are the things that are important, but you didn't get them accomplished? So we want to make sure we're accomplishing everything that was important. At Southwestern Consulting, we talk about what we call like the focus funnel. Sometimes we can procrastinate on things until it becomes crucial and we need to concentrate on them. So at the end of the week, what are those things that we were able to procrastinate on? They're important. Only we can do these things. We've delegated everything out to our assistants and other team members. We have eliminated things that we don't need to do at all. We've automated. We've got our systems and processes doing the automation. But now, what are the things that only you can concentrate on and only things that you can do, but they weren't urgent? You didn't have to do them in the moment. That is the third major thing for all CEOs. Every single one of you is a CEO of your life, your time, in your business. Go ahead and figure out who you need and what are the things that you need to do to cross that off your list. Now, CEO time can be an hour. Sometimes some people only need 30 minutes. Some clients of mine actually need 2 or 3 hours, and they'll take the last few hours of a Friday to get that done. Because let's face it, Fridays are a good time, especially Friday afternoons, to tighten things up. Now, if you're like one of my other clients who's a massive and major golfer, he's like, but that's cutting into golf time. Well, I get that. So maybe we just do CEO Fridays a little bit earlier on those Fridays when it's a lot warmer here in the Midwest. So I hope you find that by adding the CEO time in your schedule, it's going to help you be less stressed, be more organized, accomplish more, and have more time that's quality time with your family and friends. Until next time, make it a great day. Talk with you soon.